Let's discuss how to measure and calculate the diameter of Romex or other oval-shaped cable for conduit fill and bend radius. Romex cables have an oval shape. To calculate the conduit fill, you need to find the equivalent circular diameter, or ECT. To start, measure the cable's dimensions. You'll need the width and the height of a single conductor within the Romex cable. Use a micrometer or calipers to measure the width, which is the widest part of the single conductor. Then, measure the height, the distance from the top to the bottom of the single conductor. Once you have these measurements, you can calculate the equivalent circular diameter. First, calculate the eccentricity, which we'll call epsilon. Epsilon equals the width minus the height, divided by the width plus the height. Then, the equivalent circular diameter, or ECT, equals the height multiplied by 1 plus 1.5 times epsilon squared. Now that you have the equivalent circular diameter, you can determine the conduit fill. To calculate the conduit fill, divide the total equivalent circular diameter of all cables by the inside diameter of the conduit. The maximum allowable conduit fill depends on the conductor type. In many common cases, the maximum allowable conduit fill is 40%. However, if it's a 90°C conductor, the maximum allowable conduit fill can be 60%. Here's an example. Let's say you have a Romex cable with a width of 0.5 inches and a height of 0.3 inches. First, calculate epsilon. Epsilon equals 0.5 minus 0.3 divided by 0.5 plus 0.3. That's 0.2 divided by 0.8, which equals 0.25. Now calculate the ECD. The ECD equals 0.3, which is the height, multiplied by 1 plus 1.5 times 0.25 squared. 0.25 squared is 0.0625. 1.5 times 0.0625 is 0.09375. Add 1 to that, giving you 1.09375. Multiply that by 0.3 and you get 0.328125 inches. So, the ECD is approximately 0.33 inches. If the conduit has an inside diameter of 1 inch, the conduit fill is 0.33 inches divided by 1 inch, which equals 33%. For the bend radius, the minimum bend radius for Romex cables is 8 times the overall diameter of the cable. To find the overall diameter, measure the distance from the outside of one conductor to the outside of the other conductor within the Romex cable. For example, if the overall diameter of your Romex cable is 0.5 inches, the minimum bend radius is 8 times 0.5 inches, which is 4 inches.